Mr. Beast getting blowback for his good deeds. Mr. Beast builds 100 wells in Africa, attracting praise and some criticism. Imagining having so much time and money that you're like, I'm gonna go to Africa and build wells. American YouTuber Mr. Beast's latest video, in which he says he built 100 wells across Africa, has drawn a complex response online since it was published on Saturday. Some Kenyan activists and journalists said he has spotlighted the failures of the Kenyan government. While Mr. Beast, whose real name is Jimmy Donaldson, anticipates that he will be canceled following the reaction. He's like a billionaire. How can he be canceled? The new wells will provide clean drinking water for up to 500,000 people in Cameroon, Kenya, Somalia, Uganda, Zimbabwe, Donaldson said. While an accompanying fundraiser to support local water aid organizations has raised more than 300K by Monday morning. Donaldson's 10-minute video also showed him donating supplies. My God, he's doing so much to Kenyan schools, such as new furniture, soccer balls, computers, whiteboards, and projectors, building a bridge across a river to safely connect a village with the local schools and hospital, and donating bikes to a village in Zimbabwe to help children get to school. My God, this is so nice. Why aren't our leaders doing this? I don't know. Like why does it need to take Mr. Beast to make these things happen? Oh, right, because those people don't care. Prominent activist Boniface Mwangi. Oh my God, how do you say this? Mwangi contrasted Donaldson's actions with those of the Kenyan government, saying, "We are a shameful, horrible country, a begging nation governed by millionaires." He added on X, formerly known as Twitter, "Every 5 years, we give newly elected members of parliament and senators an SH5 million car." What? I've never seen this in my life. SH5 million car grant, $33,000. Fuel those cars every month, but we have no money to drill boreholes for our people. That's going to be my new insult. You know, you're a real borehole. Similarly, freelance journalist Ferdinand Omondi lauded Donaldson's efforts, but it said that it's embarrassing that a YouTuber jetted into Kenya on a charity tour to perform tasks our taxes should have completed ages ago. Not wrong, but maybe they don't have enough taxes for that. I don't know. CNN reached out to a Kenyan government spokesperson for comment, but had not received a response at the time of publication. Saran Kaba Jones, founder and CEO of Face Africa, an organization working to improve water infrastructure and sanitation. Yeah, this is a little bit embarrassing for these people. There's a whole organization that's supposed to do this shit. They're supposed to improve water infrastructure and sanitation in sub-Saharan Africa, told CNN. I've been doing this for 15 years, but we've been struggling to continue the work because funding, awareness, and advocacy all take work. And then she added, overnight, this person comes along who happens to be a white male figure. Oh my God, it's because he's white. I knew that was coming. He's got a huge platform, and all of a sudden, he gets all the attention. It's kind of frustrating, but it's also understanding the nature of how the world is. I don't think it has so much to do with him being white. It's just the fact that he had money and wanted to do it and did it. She praised Donaldson for shining the spotlight on the need for clean water supply, but warned that the issue is sustainability. It's one thing to go in and install the well. It's another thing for us to go back 3, 4, 5 years from now and see if it's still. Isn't that your job, lady? Kaba Jones told CNN and Face that Face Africa works in areas where 60% of wells are broken and people go back to drinking from the creek because there was no infrastructure put in place for follow up, for maintenance, for repair. I think Mr. Beast probably did that. He probably looked into that shit and said she hopes Donaldson's well building effort included this infrastructure. I'm sure it did. He would get a lot of blowback if the wells got all fucked up. While much of the reaction to Donaldson's video seemed to focus on how it shamed the Kenyan government, its creator anticipated a backlash, saying on X that he knows I'm going to get canceled because I uploaded a video helping people. And to be 100% clear, I don't care. Aspiring Kenyan politician Francis Gaitho criticized Donaldson's video, saying that on X it perpetuated the stereotype that Africa is dependent on handouts. I mean, they are, though. Would you rather have the handout or not have people not have clean water? and philanthropic intervention, though I mean, ask the people in the town what they think of that. Are they happy for it? Or they're like, "Oh my god, stop coming in and saving us. Stop all this help." Though Gaitho's comments attracted criticism of their own. Donaldson is the most popular individual creator on YouTube with more than 200 million subs. He has become known for his philanthropy, posting videos in which he sponsored 1,000 blind people cataract surgery and bought prosthetic limbs for 2,000 amputees. Oh, and he got shit for both those things. People are like, what about the colorblind people? What are you going to do for them? Such videos have helped him build a business empire, potentially worth more than 1 billion, and garnered him enough recognition that Time magazine named him one of the influential people of 2023. Wow. Some critics have previously accused Donaldson of exploiting vulnerable people to generate views. My goodness. And revenue. But he said on X, I'm always going to use my channel to help people and try to inspire my audience to do the same. No, if he was going to exploit vulnerable people to generate views, he would just take videos of like crackheads. I don't know. Be like, oh, look at them. Wow. Keep doing what you're doing, Beastie Boy. We have an issue with people thinking the worst take is virtuous, and that's why the left is the way that it is. Mr. Beast has a weird smile. You think so? I didn't notice. Sorry. Sorry to yawn. It's not you. It's me. It's pregnancy. I have to have a small orange to have my energy. God, if you had $1 billion, what would you guys do? Would you guys go help people in Africa? Probably to get to that point, you probably have like everything in the world that you need, and you start thinking like, how can I help others? Oh, this is interesting from Metal Blood. People used to donate clothing to Africa, which screwed over their textile industry. It's also why you see warlords wearing Tweety Bird shirts. Isn't that fun though? I mean, it's 2023. If you haven't figured out your water by now, you can accept some help. Okay. Why struggle? It's like, your kid has an art project or a science project, or they have to make a diagram, and you go, okay, figure it out, work on it for a couple of days, weeks, whatever. And then it's the day before the science fair and it still looks like shit. You as a parent are going to be like, all right, let me fucking fix the roof so you don't fail here. Did I just compare Africa to children? Maybe. But they're probably grateful for the water. Yes, and you can't be white and do it. Mr. Beast should have had a trans black lesbian go in there and put in the wells, and none of this backlash would have happened. Too soon, Illuminati. Too soon. If I had $1 billion, I'd buy an island and get films with politicians doing awful things so I could bribe them. Sorry to eat on stream. Americans come first. I don't know if you vote differently or have different opinions than me. That's not enough for me to dislike people. America first. I'm about that. Oh, all right. Oh my god, I'm eating the orange string. All right, let's take a look at Mr. Beast's smile. I have to follow up on this. He has a regular smile. This is a standard issue smile. You're being too critical. Even if he didn't do this, the stereotype would still be that Africa is dependent on handouts. Zuby says, the difference between positive action and activism exemplified. Thank you for your service. Spike Cohen says he helped hundreds of thousands of people, and in doing so, he showed that their government was inept at providing basic services. And that makes what he did bad. Ooh. Wow. Yes. Similarly, Elon Musk, the Twitter files, the truths about the censorship that are being unveiled from the last couple years. Oh, but Elon Musk is a bad person. These journalists are bad people because they helped unveil the truth about the censorship and the involvement of the White House. This is what happens. The person who unveils the truth gets shit instead of focusing on the people who perpetuate the lies and the bad circumstances. Lauren Chen, you are the enemy of the people. Fighting stereotypes is more important than making sure children get fresh drinking water. Oh, it's Ian. You heard it here first. Welcome to the DEI, where the results don't matter as much as the intention behind them. Africa is literally dependent on handouts, by the way. I mean, if people had such feelings towards not wanting to be dependent on handouts, wouldn't we get rid of welfare?